Hello Virgo, welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you're connecting with on a romantic level. What it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. So some of you may have been in a relationship in the past. This could also be a current relationship. For others of you, this could be a situationship. And for a small portion of you, this could be someone who you've met. And you know there's a whole lot of energy. There's a whole lot of chemistry, but no one's really speaking up. For those of you who are new, my method of reading is just slightly different. I do have the ability of channeling through my higher intuitive self to get the answers that I need. I do not channel through any spirit guides. I never have. And I do have certain reasons for that. At the end of this reading, I channel Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel to provide you with some advice based on what comes up today. Oh boy. There's a lot going on here, guys. We have here opening followed by laughter, change, synthesis, wild woman, love, beliefs, pleasure, and then we have shape-shifting under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Virgo, right now, there's a part of me, a huge part of me that wants to open up to you. To talk to you and to tell you what it is that I feel on the inside and how I feel. Certain things that I've hidden from you over time. Certain things that I never told you. There have been times when I've gone through events, things that happen in my life, emotional baggage, and I never really told you about it. I hid it from you. First, because I didn't want to seem so vulnerable. I didn't want to seem as if I was weak. But I think this was not good. Well, it wasn't good that I was hiding from you. Hiding so many things from you. The vulnerability. Now I feel that it's time for me to open up to you. And to tell you what it is that is in my heart. The secrets that I've hidden over the months, over the years. The things that I never truly shared with you that I desired to at some point in time. Because now I realize you are my best friend. You are my confidant. You are the one I can trust with my life. This is how I feel. You know what makes me laugh. My dear Virgo, there's a part of me that now wants to open up to you. There are certain things in my life that I never truly shared. These are secrets. These are my emotions. These are the reasons why I did what I did. But I never truly opened up to you. My dear Virgo, there's a part of me, a huge part of me that wants to open up to you. A part of me that I had hidden many months ago, many years ago. There are certain things that I never really wanted to tell you. And I had my own reasons, even if they don't seem justified. A part of me did not want to be vulnerable. There are certain things that I have gone through, and I did not want to share. I did not want you to know and see that vulnerable side of me. But now things have changed. Now I feel, and now I know, that all that has happened, everything that we have been through, everything that I put you through, it does have a reason. It did have a reason. I see you as somebody who is my best friend, someone who is loving and kind. You know what makes me happy. You know what makes me tick. You are that ray of sunshine on the cloudiest of days. And I feel you are my confidant. I can talk to you and not fear that you're going to judge me. I can talk to you about anything. I'm happy to have you in my life because I think of you as a best friend. Certain things have happened in this connection, though, and I do feel that change is needed. Certain things in our lives, they need to change. They can no longer be the same. There's a repetition, a pattern. It keeps coming and going, but there is no progress. And so therefore, I know now I have to change something. It can no longer be the same. This change needs to be swift. It needs to be fast. I also feel that a long time ago there was peace and harmony in this connection. And I want to restore that. Right now, there are certain things that I've hidden from you, and I want to open up to you. I had hidden these secrets in the shadows of this thick forest, the secret forest. These things I hold very dear, very close to my heart. A part of the reason is because I didn't want to hurt you, because I know you wouldn't see things the way that I see them, and because I knew it would create an argument, I never truly opened up to you. Because I think and I feel that you would never understand. But I was not truthful. That is also a reason I did not want to open up to you, because I have lied to you. I have not been so truthful. At some point in time in this connection, I know there was treachery, suspicion, deceit, deception. I tried to be sneaky. I tried to get away with it, but that didn't happen. Caught red-handed in a way. I understand now that what I was trying to do was mask certain things. I told you the story, but I didn't tell you the full story. Telling you only half-truths, not letting you know the entire truth. I know that in this connection, I could have been a better person, a better mate, a better partner, but I was not truthful. And for whatever reason, I just couldn't open up to you. But things have changed, Virgo. And now there's something inside of me that makes me want to open up to you about the things that I had done in the dark. I need to bring it into the light. Why am I compelled to do this? Why do I feel like doing this? It is because I love you. A part of me feels that in this connection, you and we have grown over this time period. And I realize now that having you in my life is like I'm the desert and you are that fountain. You are that waterfall. I yearn for you. And you give me the things that I could never have. You make me feel refreshed, alive, vibrant. You make me feel as if I can be anyone. I can do anything as long as I have you in my life. This love that I have for you, it is unconditional. It is pure, true, and clean. It is sacred. But I know the things that I have done. I can never go back in time and change that. And even though I love you, I also know that you and I have a lot of differences. These differences that exist. There was a time and place for a certain thought, a thought process that used to be a mindset that was back then. My mindset was quite different from yours. And I viewed this connection and I viewed your relationship, this relationship, in a very different sort of way. I did not see it the way you did. My opinions, my ideas were not the same. We have had our differences. Difference in opinions. I know it's been difficult. And I know it's hard to release yourself from this sort of an environment. But I understand that whatever pressures you have from whatever people, whatever society, whatever organization, I still love you. And I know that you have to do what you think is right. But I still feel that what I think, that is also still right. Because you and I were born and brought up in a very different way. What you think versus what I think, it's quite different. We do not see eye to eye and we do not think alike. I also feel that in this connection, I have gained and I have felt a whole lot of pleasure. This pleasure that exists, it is for the emotional, the spiritual, and the physical. I feel emotionally attached to you. And I have felt so much pleasure in this connection, even on a spiritual level. Right now, Virgo, no matter where I go, no matter what I do, no matter who I'm with, something happens and I always end up thinking about you. I'm always yearning for you, longing for you, missing us as we were once together, missing what could potentially be there, the potential us. A future that has been written, but we just haven't grasped it yet. We haven't gone there yet. What I feel is that even though I'm on the path with somebody else, doing something else, my mind is always turned towards you. You are that sweet distraction. Why? Because you are the one that I love. Everything else is just second. You are the first. But do I tell you this? I haven't really. I want to, though. But because of the things that I have done, I really don't know how to even talk to you about this. How do I tell you what I feel after all the hurt and pain that I caused you? Why would you even be willing to listen to someone like me? These are the things that I often think about, that I often worry about. But I don't share this with you. Only a part of me wants to open up to you now about this. All right, Virgo. Interesting. There is a chance here that some of you may actually be in a connection with someone where we have a third-party situation. And of course, this is a general love reading. You guys know this is not a private single reading. This is for many of you, thousands and thousands of people, okay? With the grace of God, thousands and thousands of people are watching this. And this is not going to resonate for every single person, right? So please take it as it resonates, because we have a very specific situation here. Third party doesn't necessarily mean that somebody's having an affair, but it could be. The other meaning for a third party is that the person that you're with, they may not be able to give you the time, energy, and effort that you deserve. They may be busy doing something else, busy with a project. They may be taking care of a sick loved one. Perhaps they just divorced and they really want to spend time with their kids, and they're afraid they may lose the kids. So every weekend, they're dedicating their time to the kids, as an example. So that itself becomes a third party. It doesn't necessarily mean that they are having an affair. Now, for those of you that are kind of with somebody else here, either way, we have a situation where the beliefs card is here. Typically, when I have this card and this card, it does talk about, for me, a third-party situation where the rest of society is not allowing you to be together. This could be family, friends, society, your organization. Could be religion, your race, somebody who is very rich, somebody who's not so rich. But the mindset and the differences that exist, this is something that is pushing you far apart. And what really makes that come to life are the people that are involved, the people that actually say these things to you or to them. So we have here external forces, external people, or external situations. I'm getting the word circumstances. That may be beyond their control, might be beyond your control, and it's very difficult for you guys to come together. This is a problem. But in addition to all of this, somebody here was also not very truthful. They were lying. They were hiding things. For me, this card talks about treachery. It talks about sneaky behavior. Many of you know this deck. Those of you that do know this deck, the cards are completely different, the meanings, but for some strange reason, I don't know how I interpret them. It just comes out this way. This is the way I interpret these cards. All right, let's have a look here at the Lover's Path Tarot. So with the Lover's Path Tarot, I like to have a look a little bit into the past, something that may have happened. Question is what? Something happened in this connection where things were going great at some point in time. It was just wonderful. You felt like you both are going well, and then all of a sudden, boom, it just kind of went downhill. What happened? Why did this person act the way that they did? For those of you who are new, the first set of cards I just read, that is the current status, what they're feeling right now. These cards are a little bit into the past. So I like to go a little bit into the past to have a look at what happened in the first place that may have caused, I'm getting the word downfall. Okay? Some of you may have never received the closure that you deserved. You never received that sort of answer that you really were just dying to hear. Why did this person treat you like this? Why did they ghost you? Why did they just fade away? Why did they abandon you? Why do they not connect with you or message you as much as they used to? What happened? Oftentimes people really don't talk. They don't really want to create a scene. They feel it's very uncomfortable, and so they take a step back. There are various reasons for this. It's not always your fault. Okay? Sometimes things just don't happen the way that they're supposed to because the other person may be feeling a little different than what you're feeling. And that's exactly what we had here. Because of the beliefs card, somebody here had different opinions, different beliefs. Now we have here contemplation and 5 of coins. So the contemplation card here talks about how in this connection there is this mindset. And it's a lot of internal thinking. With these 2 cards, I am going to be reading these in the reverse. So let's have a look at contemplation. All right. This talks about withdrawal, introspection, and retreat. Listening to one's heart, retreating within oneself. Here there was a need to focus on relationships with others, but also with themselves. What this person wanted was quietness. They were distracted by the world and they were ignoring their intuition. A sense of superficiality, feeling unconnected with their own heart. So when I see this, it also talks about self-reflection, contemplation, introspection, forcing oneself into isolation. So if there were, or if there was this feeling that you had where this person's not communicating with you, you're wondering, they have not messaged you or communicated in a very long time, especially in the past, one of the reasons was they're trying to reevaluate the situation the way that it was. Now, from your point of view, it might be okay, but clearly the reason why they're doing this is because something happened and they felt that they needed to reevaluate this situation because they started to feel superficial about it. Who was being superficial? Most likely not you, but they were feeling that it was superficial. Sometimes what happens is when we have the beliefs card, we have a certain set of beliefs and standards, and the other person does as well. That's why we're 2 different people. So what happens is one person may just go along with it just for the sake of going along with it. They won't actually keep arguing or talking about the topic simply because they want to move on. But some people do argue and they want to get their point across simply because it's important to talk. It's important to express oneself because if you don't, you'll be acting the entire time. And being in a relationship where there's a whole lot of acting, that there becomes superficial. And that is exactly what this person started to do. So this is exactly why, and please cross-watcher, it is not good to do this. Virgo, in any relationship, not good to do this. What? Let me tell you. If you feel something, you gently let the person know. Use the I method. I think this. I feel this. I believe this. It's important to communicate that because the other person can adjust and then the both of you can work things out. But if you're just testing the other person, you're just trying to see how far will this person go, and then you get irritated by certain things and you don't say anything, but you just walk away forever and ever. What happens is that's an opportunity that just was lost. What we do is sometimes we feel, and the reason why I say this is because I've seen this in so many readings that I've done, and I've done at this point, thousands. A lot. I've met a lot of people now. I've seen the personalities, and many of us are just the same. Doesn't matter what country you're from. What happens is we have a certain way of thinking, and sometimes if we think that the person is not like us, what we do is we just assume that they can never change. Now, This doesn't mean that you force somebody to change. It just means that you open up to them and tell them, this is what I'm feeling. And what happens is, if the person truly does love you and if they feel that they can change, my goodness, they will change. But if you just test them, if you just see how far this goes, and if one day they don't tick all the boxes, you're gone, then that's the end of that connection. But the problem is, if you keep doing that, you will never find somebody. Because two people, two human beings, are two different people. The personalities, the way they were raised and born, everything is different. This is why you have the beliefs card. So it is very important to actually communicate with the person. Let them know what is bothering them. And if it's a repetitive argument, good Lord, you know, that's the end of it. I can't deal with this person. I'm gone. But at least people had a conversation. Here, Virgo, the issue is somebody did not have that conversation. There was something truly bothering them and they were not telling you. And this is why you both are in the situation that you're in now. Because you had no idea. It just came out of the left field, that saying. It just suddenly happened and you just don't even know what happened. Where did this come from? What happened? It's like the storm that just came. It came and it left like a whirlwind, right? Like a tornado, a hurricane. It just came and it went. And you wonder, what just happened? Because nobody told you. And this is the important thing in relationships. A lot of people these days, they are not communicating. They swipe and they keep swiping. And all they do is they see, okay, is this person the right one? No. Next, next, next. You need to understand people, the nature of people are the same. A lot of people are the same. The nature, when it comes to relationships, there's it's like a set of principles. People just go through it and buy it. It's like you're going with emotions, right? This is the problem. A lot of people think that they'll get exactly what they want, but two people have to adjust. That is what makes partnerships that last for 30, 40, 60 years. It's because they adjusted, not because they found the perfect person. We can really never find what we call the perfect person. We think we do, but there's always a 10, 15% difference. And we can adjust, but you don't know till you try. You don't know till you communicate. So please, crosswatcher, Virgo, going forward, communication is key. And if you communicate and if you get that response and you know, okay, it's not going to work out, end of story, I'm done, I'm gone. At least I tried. Okay? So my recommendation, because I've done so many readings and I've seen so many people go through certain things and it's a repetitive pattern of behavior, this is the advice I can give to you. All right, let's have a look at this. 5 of Coins. Now, this is going to make sense to you. One of the reasons why they were keeping their distance. And of course, keep in mind the beliefs card that you had earlier. The 5 of Coins. It talks about poverty, insecurity, and spiritual riches. Here, this poverty may be personified as a lack of wealth, or in a sense, emotional sterility. These feelings are transitory. The card suggests to have faith in the future, that a more prosperous phase of life is on its way. Here, it also talks about an experience of poverty that forces one to look within for greater resources. Here we have sometimes a problem with dependence. This could be with children. It could be providing enough for you, not feeling good enough for you, not feeling good enough for you on a materialistic level. This person may have felt that they didn't have enough money or resources, materialistic things to satisfy you as a partner. This might not even have bothered you, but this is where communication comes in, right? This is what this person felt. They felt that they did not have that sense of emotions. They were emotionally unavailable. And they also were monetarily or materialistically depleted. So there was no emotions, no money. That's what it comes down to. And they thought that this is something that's very important. Maybe they had this conversation with you regarding finances, regarding money. Maybe their habits were bad. They may have had some bad habits and they weren't able to save their money because of these habits. And when I mean bad habits, I mean unhealthy habits. Habits that may actually ruin you physically and even mentally. So it does appear that something was going on here with this person. Maybe they didn't talk to you about this, but this is something that was going on behind the scenes and they just didn't tell you. All right, I have here the Beginner's Tarot. Let's have a look. Any sort of actions, any plans, any intentions your person of interest may have towards you. All right, very interesting. We have here, Virgo, the Page of Cups. First card's the strongest. Now, notice in this spread right now, we do not have a king, we do not have a knight. We don't even have a queen, right? This is a page. Your person of interest is wanting to apologize. They want to talk to you. They want to tell you how they feel. One of the issues here is that you may feel that the way they express themselves to you is very immature. They will be very timid, very shy. However, any effort is better than no effort at all. And yes, this person is going to try to make an effort to reach out to you. The way they talk, whatever they say to you, whatever they write to you may not be very lengthy because they still feel intimidated in a way. But it does appear that they want to talk to you in some sort of way. We have here 5 of Swords. What is the reason why they want to do this? What I'm seeing here is because if they can't have you, no one can have you. Ugh, yikes. A lot of ego-oriented competition here. A lot of pride that this person has in what they are, who they are. They feel that they want to be that person who can compete. But the problem is they don't want to be in a sort of competition. They just want to know what it's going to be like to be with you because they want to be with you. I do see that here. They don't want to go through all of the struggles. And that's not good. People should actually go through trials, tribulations in relationships. Not all the time, though. There's sometimes a little too much. Too much arguing and fighting is not a good relationship. And here, we have a situation where your person of interest sees that you are now somebody who they think that you are quite available. And because of that, it's intimidating and it's scary for them because they feel that they're going to lose you. This is what's interesting here. So as they feel this, they realize that before anybody else is able to grab you and make you theirs, this person wants to reach out to you and have you as their special person. Now, I also have here the 6 of Wands. In this connection, we are dealing with somebody who you had a connection with romantically, passionately actually. The feeling is very passionate. And this person, they were not in your life for a while. They were gone. And you're wondering, whatever happened to them? It is that person who is coming back into your life. And the way they're going to come back, it's a very soft, gentle way, but almost a little boastful. They come back victorious and they want to win your heart. They want to be passionate with you. However, when they come back, they will still be very youthful in a way. Not truly immature, but just a little inexperienced. And then we have the beautiful Sun. Remember we had the opening card, we had the synthesis card. So here it does talk about how this person wants to open up to you. Everything under the sun, right? Nothing in the shadows anymore. Everything is bright and happy. This card talks to me about happiness, joy, prosperity, growth, freedom. It talks about the blooming of life, how flowers bloom, right? Life exists. And of course we know, deep down in the ocean where there is no light, life still exists. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about everything that's under the sun, on the surface. So here, your person of interest is coming back into your life and trying to create something on a materialistic level that is on the ground. Settling down, building a home, working with you on a project, but somehow getting back into your good graces. This is somebody who's coming back into your life, actually. This person would have been in your life before, then they were gone, and now it seems that they're coming back. But when they're coming back, that feeling of love that exists, it's almost like it's tenfold, right? Before it was a glimmer of hope. That glimmer now has turned into the sun. It's huge. That love is huge. The overall arching theme is the Two of Swords. So this does show me that at some point in time in this connection, and even as this situation is going, the feeling, the overall feeling that this person had is they had their eyes closed, their ears are shut, their eyes are closed. They have these two swords across their chest. They do not want anything to penetrate their heart. They are keeping this at a distance. They are in denial. They want to keep their distance. If I can't see it, I can't hear it, it doesn't exist, right? But that is not the truth. Here we also have some birds. The birds are almost like a constant reminder, because even though their ears are kind of shut there, they can still hear that there's something going on in the background. It's a constant reminder. So at the end of the day, yes, this person is still going to release themselves from this sort of energy and then want to be with you, because you do have an offer here coming. It's just that, Virgo, if this person reaches out to you, don't expect it to be a very bold kind of approach, because this is a page. This is somebody who might be, it could be that this person is younger than you. And if they're not younger than you, they may just be very immature or simply very inexperienced. All right. I'm just going to do a quick prayer. All right. Let's have a look. These messages are brought to you by Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. Very strong message. Something is happening here. All right, this is going to be a little complicated, but the message is here. The message is very clear. You have two no's, one on this side, one on this side. My goodness. It's very impactful when this happens, because there's only two no's and two yeses in this entire deck. Give me a few seconds here, Virgo. Okay, please, because even this is a little bit of a challenge for me. I've never had this combination before. Okay. All right. If you heard a whisper, guys, that's me whispering. Don't worry. All right. I got it. We have here, some of you may be, you've been waiting for a long time. Okay. What the angels here are saying, and these messages are brought to you by Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. They're saying here no romance. So there's no romance from now until the next few months. Okay. In the sense that you may feel a spiritual connection with this person, but don't really depend on it. Don't really be disappointed, because right now is just not the right time. Within the next few months, is this going to happen? Still, no. So it's going to take some time. Okay. There's no romance within the next few months? No. With an exclamation mark. No. So for some of you who are thinking about this, stop it now altogether. It'll work out, but it's not going to happen during the time when you think it's going to happen. Okay? This person has a lot of change. They have to evolve a little bit more than the situation that they're in. And eventually, yes, things can work out. Now, what they want you to do, here with the no exclamation mark, we have here no, look for a sign. What are these signs? These are signs and synchronicities These are signs that could even potentially be, Virgo, a red flag. Think about certain things that have happened now versus in the past. Talk to some people that you trust. Not only that, they're saying here, when you look for these signs, it is going to give you a different way of thinking about the situation, and it will have a better impact on this connection altogether. Not only that, but they are saying here there's no need to worry. So sometimes what happens is when we wait for something to happen, all of a sudden we get this piece of information and everything just falls into place. Everything just makes sense. All of a sudden it happens in life. And this is exactly what the last card here, get more information, means. There's something in this connection that you are unaware of. And it has to do with knowledge that needs to be gained by you in order to understand the situation better. It appears here that the reason why this card comes up, get more information, always I've seen it comes up because there's a piece of information that is lacking, knowledge that you just don't know. Now, this could be you gaining the knowledge from somebody else regarding the situation, regarding why this connection isn't working out, maybe communication issues, maybe the situation that they're in, their home environment. There's some sort of information that you are going to get that is going to help you make a decision and going to help you understand the situation better. And it's only after that, after a few months from there, literally on a mental level, you're going to start to understand everything more clearly. It'll all make sense to you, but it's only going to make sense to you after you get more information. The overall arching theme is magically beautiful. You have yes with an exclamation mark. You got that one. So you got a yes. Yes, it is going to work out, Virgo. There is going to be a better balance here. We have the sun and the moon in equal balance. This is beautiful. So it does talk about waiting a little bit, knowing that, yes, there is a potential, but knowing also that certain things need to come into the limelight. You need to grab onto that information and understand it and really understand what your person of interest has been going through, or what type of an issue the both of you are facing in terms of the beliefs even. It could be the beliefs. Their society versus your society. It could be that, it doesn't have to be, but when we have the card, get more information, it does talk about some piece of information that is going to help you fill in that last piece of this puzzle, and then you could see the full picture, and everything will be better. Virgo, not bad, guys. That's a pretty good reading. There's a little bit of a struggle in the end, but it is up to you to get that information. Sometimes you go out looking for the information. Sometimes in life, it just falls right on your lap. So don't worry about it. Either way, things are going to be balanced in a much better sort of way. And that's your reading, guys. Let me know in the comments below if any of this has resonated. Please also have a look at my other channel on YouTube. That is Asnointia Audio. I have some relationship related advice videos. I have some on past life and spiritual connections, what those are. And also I have one on negative energies. What and who are negative energies? Also, I do have some openings right now for orders. If you'd like to place some, I have some readings that I could do on past life, spiritual connections for you, as well as love readings, and also teaching you how to get rid of negative energies from your life so that you can get whatever's owed to you karmically, whatever is written in your book of life. You can manifest things as long as you get rid of negative energies. That particular one is called a chakra checkup. And if you don't want to get the chakra checkup, which is a reading from me, you can always purchase the self-help guide, Holy Light package. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys again. You all take care. Stay safe. Bye now.